For math today, we are going to be working on regrouping the base 10 blocks as we are adding decimals. So remember, when we are adding decimals, we're using the same knowledge that we already have from adding whole numbers. So when we have to make a 10 in a whole number and regroup, we have to do the same thing with decimals. We still make a 10 in decimals, and we have to regroup to the next place value. So let me show you. If I have 7/100ths plus 3/100ths, and I put them together, 7 plus 3 equals 10. So I regroup, and I have 0/100ths, and I have 1/10. This could be replaced by just adding a 10th in place of the 10/100ths, because we will not be saying 10/100ths because it moves to the 10ths place. If I have 6/100ths plus 5/100ths, well, 6 plus 5 makes 11. So my answer is going to be 1/10 and 1/100th, making it 11/100th. If I have 9/100ths plus 4/100ths, I count them. 9 plus 4 is 13. So I have 13/100ths right here. And how does that look? I can make that with 1/10. I've regrouped 1/10. And I have 13/100ths. I have 3/100ths included. So I have 13/100ths in my hundredths, and then I regroup 1/10, and I have 3/100ths left. Let's try a more difficult one. If I have 1 and 18/100ths plus 1 and 15/100ths, I need to start with my hundredths, just like we start with our ones when we're adding whole numbers. So I have 5 plus 8. Well, 5 plus 8 makes 13. So I cannot write 13 in the hundredths place. So I need to give an extra hundredth down here. And that gives me 3/100ths because we said it was 13/100ths. That was just how many hundredths we had. Now we have to add both of our tenths. So we have 2 more tenths. And we need to use our wholes. We had 1 and 18/100ths plus 1 and 15/100ths, and we come up with the answer of 2 and 33/100ths. So remember, use the same skills. Manipulate the base 10 blocks just the way that you did when you added your ones, your tens, and your hundreds. This time, though, thinking about instead of ones, the ones are hundredths now. And instead of being tens, the tens are now tenths. And instead of being 100, the 100 square is now 1.